Right, a little bit more about signal phrases. And one of the points that I have in the list of top 20 errors is about avoiding the word in, when you're introducing a quote, or even in general when you're writing. It just doesn't work in academic writing. One of the reasons is for simplicity. So when you're writing academically, I'm going to move my cursor here and show you something. We want the most simple and the most efficient language possible for the reader's sake. And syntactically, that means in terms of the word order, it's real simple. It's subject followed by verb followed by an object, right? And that's he hit him. You can't get more clear than that, subject, verb, object. The best writing doesn't separate these two, and it doesn't add any other information either. I mean, if you say he, while he was doing this and this, hit accidentally, and you keep interrupting yourself, you're confusing the reader. Really, you're confusing yourself. And so we get rid of all this fluff, or we move it around to a place that's different in the sentence so that the subject and verb are always right next to each other. If you ever find yourself really struggling with a sentence and not knowing how to word it, this is 95% of the time how to fix it. Just begin with subject verb, right? Okay, and I want you to do that even when you're giving signal phrases. So I've given you the example previously. He writes, subject, verb, object. Couldn't be more clear. But one thing students do for some reason, and I can't figure it out, is they really confuse the syntax by using the word in. I think a lot of times as students you're trying to get length in an essay, and this is just not a good way to do it. You're trying to make it sound academic or something. It doesn't work. Remember, efficiency and simplicity are what you're going for here with signal phrases. So if you begin this, in the beginning of his article, 400 Years of Modernism, an examination of Hamlet's audacity with regard to the question of modernism, the author Marius Vargas Llosa writes the following about modernity. You just wasted 4.5 lines, right? I mean, this needs to be completely gone. And here in this example, and I'm just going to put a line through it here if I can, right? Yeah, just get rid of that. Okay. In his article, he writes the same thing. You don't need the in his article. Okay. Right. If I were to take that previous example and write a signal phrase for it, I would just say Vargas Llosa writes, and then gives a quote, right? And after that, you're done. You don't need to add anything else. If the title is understood, you don't have to give the title in a signal phrase. If the title isn't understood, remember, just give the first maximum 3 words here in the citation, okay? Don't add the in, don't add the extra possessive pronoun. Just make it as simple as possible. Now, if you have a question about this, ask me, please. I'd love for you just to email me a sentence that you're using to introduce something and say, what's wrong with this? I don't understand it, and I can help you and I can explain how to be more efficient with it. But the point of this video is to tell you, getting rid of the word in is usually the best way to go.